Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by. Welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. I do free card pulls and readings for my subscribers, both new and returning. So if you want to be able to access that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It also helps my channel grow and to provide these types of readings for all of you. So today is World Astrological Day, or International Astrological Day, and it's in and around the time of the spring equinox as well. So I wanted to just pull a card with a message tuned into each of the 12 zodiac signs and see what message the universe has for us. Check out your sun sign, your moon or rising, or any other sign within your chart that you feel pulled to look at. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle. I'll start with Aries and make my way to Pisces and just pull one card each with their message. Meditating beforehand, asking the universe to provide us with a short and simple message based on the 12 zodiac signs. Okay. Okay, let's start. I'll try and timestamp these as well. Okay, so I'll have the, using these zodiac sign cards, I'll have the sign that we're tuning into for the energies. So starting first is Aries. Okay. So for Aries, the message here is about inspiration, potential, creativity, being able to manifest things. You've started this process or it's right around the corner. This is a good time to start the process to see that seed grow that you wanted to plant for some time. There's fire energy here in line with your fire sign. And this is a really positive card supporting all of your dreams and manifestations and desires in whatever arena of your life you feel. It's a strong, solid energy. Okay. Next we'll go to Taurus. There we go. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus. So I feel like this is something that's coming in for something our earth signs, our Taurus bull gang has been probably thinking about, either quietly, like consciously or unconsciously trying to manifest for some time. There's harmony, bliss, that kind of holistic completion that helps Taurians feel stable. That's becoming realized, and that can be in, whether it's your family relationships, your personal relationships, friends, romantic relationships, in all facets of your life. There's a coming together of all the bits starting to fit, giving you that emotional stability that help Taurians really accomplish everything else that they can do in their life, that gives them the energy and fuel that they need in other parts of their life. So a really beautiful card, a beautiful energy today at this point of the year. So it's Taurus. Okay, next will be Gemini, are twins. Okay, So let me just tune into the energy here. So I'm using the Light Seers deck here today, reading both by traditional meaning as well as intuitive energies. I think, Gemini, you have had a lot to think about. You've been processing old and new thoughts and feelings in your mind, trying to make it all come together, making it all fit together. Perhaps sometimes you feel dejected that things haven't worked out the way you wanted them to, but opportunities have not been missed. There are opportunities before you. There are opportunities you can manifest. The positive side of this is the introspection and the meditation for you to be able to connect the pieces that you need for the stability of your emotional mindset for Gemini, which as an air sign likes to, obviously have a lot of thoughts flowing around, and which is where you feel the strongest. And this card is telling you that it's there, and it's not lost, and it's right around the corner, and you're almost there. Okay. That's Gemini. Oh, okay. So moving on to Cancer, our Cancerian energy. It's a very pretty card in the deck there. Wow, so great. We have the Empress, beautiful major arcana. This is a great time for your creative abilities, nurturing ideas, family relationships. Again, that holistic energy, the divine feminine in some regards. Seeing these things come together. Obviously, there's also fertility potentially in some instances, but this can also be the fertility of thoughts and emotions and projects. And I think there's a nice kind of quiet but in control energy that's starting to develop here. This is going to be a year where you're going to see growth. It's going to be steady, it's going to be healthy, and it's going to come together. Okay, that was a nice message. Okay, next up is Leo. So what do we have for Leo? Okay. So let me just tune into that energy a little bit. So I think, there's been a... I think Leo has gotten through the worst of it. Leo, you've gotten through the worst of it, and there's hope. There's hope has sprung anew, so to speak. If there was pain, if there was hurt, if there's a feeling of betrayal or confusion, these things are being replaced. There is healing. The healing has started, and as the healing starts, the hope and the future and the plans start to come together, and that's where we can start to see the ability to move out of that headspace energy and into action energy, which is the wheelhouse within the Leo energy. I think cycles are over, and in the sense that there is new horizons waiting, and you're not alone, for whoever needs to hear that, and you're already on the right path. So that's a beautiful message for Leo. Next up is Virgo. Okay, another card from the Swords. So we've actually had two aces here. So Virgo, I think, you guys are great thinkers in terms of details and specifics, and I think the clarity you need, the truths you need to be able to think clearly about all the thoughts in your head. That moment is here. It's already come. It's already starting. There is victory. You're seeing the path forward. You know that there's it's going to take effort. It's going to be a while, but you're seeing where the success lives, where the victory lives, and how you can get there. And you're going to be able to communicate what you want in a way that you're satisfied with it as well. So that's a really nice message for Virgo. So, okay, let's move on to Libra. So these are going to be like quick messages that that feel to be pulled today. Okay, so for Libra, so there's if things have felt discordant, recently or in the past, or if that's kind of the hiccup in the way in not letting things feel balanced for you, there is a sense of collaboration, of community, of being moving towards being recognized for your efforts, of being able to successfully create what you need to create and see it come into fruition in a positive way. This is a kind of a early steps, but right direction steps, and you feel solid and you feel footed, and if you don't, then this card and this message is telling you that it is the right direction, and that you are going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. Again, this can be, it feels to me like it's more career, but it could be in your relationships, your interpersonal dealings, other things. If just there's been some discordance, you're going to that's going to be replaced by more collaborative, positive collaborative type energies. Okay, so Scorpio. This is a kind of a pretty card for Scorpio. Okay, ooh, the Knight of Cups. So I think, is this the first court card we've seen for messages today? So in general, I think this is a message about, artistic endeavors, about which includes romantic endeavors and creativity, taking action in the direction of your artistic creativities as well as your romantic creativities, if you're waiting for something on a front from a person, I think that's coming. Or perhaps you're thinking of making the first move, and you will, but there's going to be action on that front. There's going to be, it's going to be surrounded with loving type feelings, or the idea of love. It's going to be, traditionally romantic and loving, and even if those are ideas, if it's not a person, but if it's your work or something you're doing, a project, it's going to be filled and supported within a framework of your positive, loving type energy. But I feel like this might, if there's someone you have on your mind, this might be related to them, and this is like a kind of a positive energy that's going to move that forward. If there's been a period where people have been left wondering, not clear what's happening, someone's starting to become more certain about the decision they want to make. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me just tune into the energy of this card a little bit. I think Sagittarius, you're coming this is a message talking about coming to terms with something, some kind of grief or, you know, disappointment or disillusionment. You're not going to be, you know, feeling sorry for yourself anymore. And if you have been, that's okay. If you've been a little bit down in the dumps, that's okay. That time was needed, but you've processed and learned what you needed to from that experience. And you're in control, and you've realized you're in control. You're in control of your grief. You're in control of your sadness, and you'll be able to find your way out of that. And you know, and nothing's really over. It's just a point of flux. You're halfway through the journey, and whatever that journey is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's love, whether it's a project, whether it's your own desire for life, your own love of life, you're in process, you're in flux, and that period of, you know, kind of pity and wallowing was okay, and you're getting hold of yourself, and you're moving on to what is going to fulfill you in all aspects of your life. So I think, actually, that's a nice message for Sagittarius, good moving on message. Capricorn. Actually, I like this card for Capricorn. So our good earth sign. So so in terms of this for Capricorn, I think you have a lot of interesting, you know, choices in front of you, things that you've wanted that help you feel more whole as a human being. You know, options, positive options, perhaps some, you know, nascent dreams you've had. You're starting to see the framework for that. You're starting to see how those can be achieved, and you're starting to, like, you know, you're using your kind of hardworking skills to figure out the right thing to do to get where you want. To Capricorn is, you know, good goal oriented energy, and I think you're taking things one step at a time. You're thinking, but you're not trying to neglect your emotions. You're not trying to neglect your heart, and it's coming together in a synergistic way, and if it hasn't, that's where it's leading. And so if you've been trying to figure out the right thing to do or the path forward, and the right thing to do is important to Capricorns, you're doing it, and whatever your intuition is telling you is the right way to keep going. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Let's see. Aquarius. Yeah, okay. Okay, so Aquarius, you have a sword card here. The image on this is a little bit different than some of the classical decks, but in general, I think Aquarius, you know, you've been through, or you're getting out of a you know, a period of confusion, of, you know, wondering if something was fair or unfair, potentially sabotage or self-sabotage, and if not, just, you know, thinking about the system and you know, or somebody or the system, like system if it was like a workplace or school thing, and somebody if it was a relationship, and, you know, kind of reanalyzing the balance of it all. And if you feel that you haven't behaved the way you wanted to, I think you've started to see the error of your ways as well. But in general, this is a point of flux, again, in your thinking. Aquarians are excellent analytical thinkers, combined with their more evolved sense of humanity when they want. And I think you are understanding the lessons that needed to be learned, and you're learning how not to get stuck in them and revisit them, but move on. Understand what needs to be taken, take the good and move on, and not to get stuck. And if you are stuck, you're aware of that, and that self-awareness itself is very, very good. And our last sign, Pisces. So we are now just about to leave Pisces, the birth month, the birthday month of Pisces, and enter into Aries. So we're just finishing up in order. Okay, Pisces. Let me just tune into this. I think Pisces, you are moving towards new horizons. You have faith in what those horizons are. You have realized the things you need a break from emotionally, the things that have overwhelmed you emotionally, the things you need to fulfill you or complete you emotionally, and you're going to get them. You're going to go out and get what you need. It doesn't have to be action oriented, but you've understood what those things are. Whether it's releasing something, you've released it. Whether it's a matter of going to get something, you're going to go get something. But it's not going to be, there's no stuck energy here. Even though it's an emotional energy, it's one of understanding what's happening and taking the steps. For some it might be fast, for some it might feel slow. There might be other factors involved. Again, this could be for relationships, but it could also be something in your life. But for Pisces, who are often a dreamy and romantic sign as well, many fronts are connected. Even your career is connected to kind of where your emotional vibe is. And so I see that there. And you're whole, you're in one piece, and everything's good. And nothing's over. Everything's always in play. So Pisces, have faith in yourself. Okay. So those are the messages, kind of, for little short messages for all the signs today. They, again, like for this day around this time period, whenever you find this, however, is when you were meant to find this, if this message resonates. I think I'm just going to, since we went through all the signs, I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck really quickly. So I think for everyone, kind of like as a collective, which is that, this is a great card as kind of an overall end card for everyone for the messages today, which is that, take that leap of faith you've been wanting to take, dip your foot in the water, feel the sunshine again. Brighter things are ahead in terms of all the messages we saw for all the signs. Take the one that was for your sign and then connect it to this overall card of if there's something you want to do, something you want to try, someone you want to speak to, whatever it is. If there's something on your mind, you've been hesitating it, if you've thought it out, if you feel comfortable, do it. Do it in the sense of if it supports your higher good and your higher learning as supporting of the messages today and what you feel you're comfortable with. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you like these quick little messages. And I think there are good things ahead in the coming months. I think there's still going to be time and effort involved in all of our lives in getting the things we want, but keep pushing and keep putting your effort into things, and they're going to come. Okay, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will hopefully catch some of you on the next live. Okay, bye.